me tell you something. This music did not attract good people. As you can see that. Alright, you son of a bitch. Okay, I'll sue you because I know you have money, motherfucker. People sue me and they get nothing. I will sue you and take your car.
Hey there everyone, before we get into today's video, I wanted to give a bit of context since this one is almost a couple years old and I never really published it as I wasn't too happy with the quality. After seeing the Real Sir Robin's recent upload though, I decided to go ahead and publish it as I'm feeling a bit more sentimental about that night, considering it was my first time seeing one of my favorite bands, the Low Class Brats, and I was also finally able to sneak in a camera into the observatory. Originally, this video was going to be just that, sneaking in my Olympus XA into the show and seeing what I could get with some CineStill 800. Spoiler though, it wasn't much. As I've mentioned in my 5-minute review of this camera, although I think being able to be discreet is a huge plus, it really isn't ideal for low light considering the max ISO you can set this camera to is 800, which is 2 stops lower than what I would normally shoot at a gig with decent lighting if I was in the photo pit. I'll get into more details about that technical stuff at the end of this video since I am trying to do something a bit different this week where I will try to follow up these types of videos with a tutorial. Although I've only posted maybe 2 other videos about music photography, it's actually one of the major reasons I got into photography. And although I don't post much of it, I still have a lot of fun shooting film at these types of events, especially house shows. But we'll get into that in the next video. For now, enjoy this much delayed post. If you like it at all, I do suggest checking out that aforementioned Sir Robin's video. Great stuff with Agnostic Front. He actually kept their music in there, and I don't know if I'll be doing that here since I'm not looking for a copyright strike. So today's video is actually going to be me for the first time getting a camera into the observatory. I've tried for 3-4 years now to get a camera in there, but never gotten a press pass despite having shot for a few bands. I had to actually turn the other way, once for Real Big Fish and the other time for Stupid Flanders. But today's video is going to be a bit of a torture test since I can't take any camera in there with a lens. So it's going to be the Olympus XA and some CineStill 800T that I'm going to shoot today at 800. I'm going to also be shooting some video with the Samsung S8 and going to see how horrible the audio and video quality is at extremely low ISO. I actually wanted to make a shirt right before, so this is going to be a little video of me making a Zound shirt, one of my favorite punk bands. So prepare for the... It's going to be like a time-lapse. Prepare for the time-lapse. So what I have to do right now is heat set this design so it doesn't turn out like the first time when I made it, which came out like this. Yeah, those sweat stains right there. But anyways, so I'm going to what's called heat set it so the design doesn't come out after I wash it. It's usually, if you ever do this or you buy a shirt, normally when I buy a shirt I also heat set it because a lot of vendors might forget to, and I don't like to pay 20 bucks for a shirt and wash it a few times and the design just starts crumbling or flaking. There could be other reasons for that actually, to be clear, just because the type of ink used. I use a lot of water-based stuff since I like trying to be a little bit eco-friendly. For the most part. But yeah, so I'm gonna heat set this, should be good now, and then I'm gonna cut off the sleeves and the neck because I like showing off my collarbone and this tattoo, just so everyone knows I'm hard as fuck. I'm gonna go put on my combat boots, get my old vest that I haven't worn since college, and pretend that I'm still punk. Another good use for your old film cans is to put your earplugs in there because you're a weenie and like your hearing.
You're not talking the red bag?
Hey bag. Alright, so Canon, no not Canon, Olympus XA. I'm gonna try to sneak this in for the first time, so. They're checking to make sure we paid for parking. Ugh. Don't trip out, don't trip out. Cold, and they are crossing the street. Nope. Hey there. Who's cold? Everyone's cold. So I always have a hard time sticking it in. So I kind of have to guide it with my fingers. Just close it up. And then to make sure... So I have to do this. And to make sure it's actually winding, I have to close it. So it's kind of a... Let's do one more shot towards the light. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But yeah, I think that should be good. Police! Get ready to get checked.
So, you know, as it goes, the older we get, and we start looking at people that influenced us, bands that influenced us, and artists that influenced us to play music, once you start hitting the big 5-0, a lot of them start fading away. It's really sad, but that's part of life, and it's okay. But we will never forget our favorite artists. We will never forget our fucking heroes. This one is one of them. It's called I Need to Know by Tom Petty. As I mentioned before, we're either pushing 50 or over 50 in this band. Growing up in the Southern California punk scene in the 80s, it was pretty fucking rough out here, am I right? Because I know there's a lot of fucking heads in this fucking house that were fucking there right by my side too. Now back then, we did something that, looking back on it, was not very cool. And I remember taking off my leather jacket and hand it to my girlfriend and go, hold this, because TSOL is playing dancing with me and I'm gonna go in the pit. Now, times have changed, motherfuckers. And it changed for the better. This next song goes out to all the ladies in the house, because women make up more percentage than men in this world. Get your fucking head out of your ass. We see a man in this pit for this next song, we're gonna stop. This one is for the ladies.
No sausage in the pit. Ladies, come down. This is all ladies only.
You guys get all night, motherfucker. Let them have one fucking song. Come on.
And we've yet to have an all-female pit better than the ones at the observatory, so let's keep the tradition up, ladies.
This one's called I'm a Mess.
working well when you guys can afford to waste alcoholic beverages like this, you fucking pricks. Do you want to know the definition of alcohol abuse? It's when someone wastes a fucking beer by pouring it on someone else. That's alcohol abuse. You buy the alcohol, don't abuse it. Be kind to it, ingest it. Keep it warm in your stomach. I haven't taken a drink in 3 days away from 29 years, and that upsets me. I know, but look, even with all that, I'm unhappy about these beverages being just tossed around like this. You guys are like children at a high school party. But eventually,
hold on, I gotta record this. All right, so hi everyone. That is the end. I got maybe one good photo in that, but you're gonna see them all since this was a test of how good the Olympus XA and CineStill 800T, as well as my phone's recording quality is. Gosh, they look creepy. I'm gonna record it like this. Say hi, Daphne, or Carmen. Say hi, Carmen. We're saying Carmen, right? Carmen. Okay, I'll do it again. So say hi, Carmen. No, you're Rosa. She's Carmen. Okay.
No, wait. She's Carmen. You're like Carmen. I hate
Carmen.
No, Carmen.
You have to say it with the anger in your mouth.
No.
Carmen.
Oh my God, soft. Oh, see that.
Alright, let's try it again. Carmen. Okay, that's not it. But so that was it. You're gonna see all my shitty shots, and hopefully I'll get this uploaded by next week. Start keeping a schedule. But yeah, I don't really like the Olympus XA when it comes to this stuff. I would have preferred to shoot something manual, but I want to test the capabilities. You know, maybe I'll eat my words and actually like some shots. But yeah, Rosa here is obviously fucking losing her mind, so we're gonna drop her off. We're gonna drop her off, and that'll be a day. Okay, bye.
Alright everyone, that was the video. I hope you enjoyed the more documentary style approach that I was trying to superimpose on some footage that I honestly don't think lent itself to that style. Like I said in the beginning, I was feeling a bit sentimental since that band has been one of my favorites for the better part of the past 10 plus years. And I was really glad to see them in a time where a lot of my favorites are either no longer touring or have passed on. I'm also pretty sure this was the last time I went to see a concert with my ex before we broke up, so that was kind of nice to see as well. Don't worry, we're not about to go down some sob story here. I just like to keep this channel authentic, and I'm not about to erase my thoughts and feelings for the sake of saving face. This is what we try to do with photography after all, right? Try to do the impossible and save memories by making them tangible. Anyways, technical info. All 2 of these shots were on CineStill 800, rated at 800, on my Olympus XA at 2.8. I really wish I could have set a higher ISO, but alas, that's the limits of the Olympus XA. And although I still don't recommend it for concerts, it was still better than using my cell phone, but only marginally better than a disposable camera, all things considered. This is literally one of those situations where manual controls means everything, and why I'm ultimately frustrated with this camera. I do love my manual controls, or at least knowing what my shutter speed will be, and you can't really tell with this camera when it's that dark. That was pretty hard to do with this camera, although that electrical tape mod made focusing infinitely easier, but I know you wouldn't be able to tell that just by these grainy photos that might as well have been taken with that cell phone. Not too much to say about this shoot besides the basics, although this was the last time I shot CineStill. As I said, I wanted to try something different this week, and I did promise a 2 upload week. So the next video will be a tutorial on shooting gigs on film. Although it would be more accurate to say it's me sharing what I've already learned in my years of making mistakes and seeing what works. If you think I'm full of shit after the shots you've seen here, I'm gonna end this video by showing you all the photos I will be discussing in the next upload, all on film. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all those things that YouTube asks us to remind you all, to help our channels grow while simultaneously pissing everyone off. Until the next one, keep chasing that light.